we're gonna build that thing today. Oh, let's figure it out. Where'd you get the squirrel? Where'd you get the squirrel? Oh, get the squirrel. They never get them. I'll take you out the garage so I can show you something. It may have happened. I might have built the best darn workbench. And I want to show you everything. Demolition of the old workbench, some of my creative design tactics, and the build process of the best darn workbench. Grab you a cold beverage, get comfortable, and enjoy this video to the end. But wasn't always like this. This is version 4. I wanted a sit and stand workbench. You know, kind of like the ones that went up and down, but I couldn't afford that. So I made one that you could also sit and stand at. About a year later, I moved, and instead of more of a shop setup, it was more of a garage setup. But what I did was I attached it to the wall, and it also added some shelves beside it so I could have storage beside it. Moved again, left the setup the same way, but with trying to do these videos, you know, I need to face everybody, so I couldn't have something where I'm just facing the wall. So I took it apart and I made an awning to go beside my shelves, and I had the workbench to where I could pull it out, which I still have. Still have that workbench. Anyways, just finished clearing everything off these shelves and getting everything to the other side of the garage. The size of the bench I made based off of this, which came with the house. I'm planning on putting tools and stuff on the wall, and if it's a regular workbench,
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way. If I could kill it, I would.
So this is how I decided how deep I want it. This, however, is all the way up against the wall. I would rather this bench end up being real wide and smack dab in the middle of the garage. So what I think I need to do next is we need to get this taken apart, and I'll probably try to salvage as much of this as we can. Oh wow. Downside, this thing's been painted so many times. Like, I see this screw right here. The funny thing about it, it's not even attached to anything. But yeah, I think it's got nails. I think there's some screws. I'm hoping it's just nails. Let's see if I can persuade this to come up. We're popping up now. Shit, I slammed myself right in the face. Hey, I got an idea. Right. Cool. If you end up prying these off, you want to make sure not to damage the sheetrock. Be real gentle with it.
A few moments later.
Oh, shit. Well, damn it. I made the hole. In a future video, we'll learn how to do some sheetrock. I've marked all the studs down the wall. That way I can secure this workbench to the wall. Stud finder's working.
Did you record that?
Yeah.
Good.
The biggest reason why I'm wanting to do this one like this is how my old setup, if I was welding anything and all the sparks went across the ground, there was so much stuff touching the ground and unmovable that if I got a cherry back there, you know, it's for a safety reason, and it looks clean. It'll make it easier for me to clean the garage later once we do stuff like with the floor and whatnot. Well, it kind of gives you an idea what I'm hoping for. But I had measured from wall to wall for the garage, and it's exactly 20 feet. Right here's the 10-foot mark So this is the middle of the garage. If say I build this workbench and it's like a foot over, it's gonna bother me. Each of these workbenches is just over 30 inches wide. Together, a 6 foot, I'm gonna have a 2 foot addition on both sides. I'll be able to still put my welder up underneath this side. I'll have Kenny's power washer over there in the corner. And eventually next to it will be the compressor, hopefully. Probably I'll just leave the shop vac underneath here. So the first center section, that's the 6 foot wide section, I'm gonna build it first, and then I'm gonna add on to 2 foot sections. I'm ready to pick all this up, and let's break down the other shelves, and let's start getting something on the wall. Of the 2 carts, this is the tallest one. So I'm gonna put my level on here across both handles. I wanted to keep this all the way out here for this reason, because what if I mark it where it's level from here to here? How do I know the concrete's not going to make it go up? Well, it did. So that's almost level. There, that's perfect. So that's the bare minimum now. I don't want that close because I don't want these to rub the workbench. Alrighty, so I figured I definitely want at least that much of a gap. That's about a 1/2 inch gap. I like marking stuff. I'm very visual. I want to see it. Alright, well then that at least makes me feel better, because a 2x4 will actually stop there, so I could just take a little chunk out of the top off of the workbench surface. I'll just notch it out, so that'll be fine. That is the dead center in the garage. 10 foot that way, 10 foot that way. Whoa. That one was way overdone. So I need a 6 foot board minus 2 2x4s. I'm gonna join them like this. Now what I want to do next is I need to find the center of this board, so I'm making sure I'm putting it on that same center line I just marked on my wall. So to find the center on the board, we'll run my tape from one end of the board. We're going to mark 5 feet, and then I'm going to take this tape. We're not doing 5 feet. We're doing 6 feet. Okay, total goof. 46.5 inches. Ha! 46.5 inches. Bada bang, bada boom. I know this is being picky, but that's just how I want to build my bench. You can build yours different. All right, let's give ourselves a hand. Perfect. There's my trail. Oh, there it is. Looks good to me. Something don't look right. Wait a minute. I subtracted for the 2x4s, but I didn't knock it down to 6 foot. Didn't see that. subtracting the 2x4 on each side. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now when I connect them, I'm gonna want to make sure they're nice and flush. So with the workbench, I'll be adding from the floor down a piece of 2x4 from here, but I'm trying to decide how far over, because the top of this is gonna be another shelf similar to this. But this will be a workbench, but it'll be up higher. Yeah, because I want to have enough room to stick stuff like this up here. Like this, 30-inch. Let's get the frame done first. So if I need to come 12 inches over, I need to calculate some math on how long that needs to be. I guess I don't have to. I could always cut it once I install it. Nah. $7'5", just like me. Let's see. That's not too high. They can still store stuff up there, right? I just remember, I'm not a carpenter. I mean, I know how to use some of this stuff. I kind of know what I'm doing here, enough to where I can be creative and create what I want. Yeah, if you see something that I probably really need to change with this build, tell me in the comments. I would honestly like to know. Let's get the other board ready. 89 inches. I like the number 89. 89 was a good year. Project 2 weeks was made in 89. We also got the box for the top shelf made. So all we need to do now, before we hang them all up, is go ahead and put the little stopper doos in here. About 8 on the other side. Me likey. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get these attached to these like this. I'll do that for you real quick. After the battery died, I went ahead and kept going and made the 2-foot extension on this side. I got the other 2-foot extension added on here. Now I just need to take the old tops and cut them down and put them on here. Yeah. Alright, what I got here is the 1/4 inch I used when I was just having this as shelves. This is all I have on hand. It'd be better if I had something that was at least 1/2 inch, but I may not like the whole thing. So this is more of a test fit and not necessarily the final product. I got just enough to make a 2-foot section and a 6-foot section, but I still need to rip. I need to rip 4 inches off of this. Well, whoever stripped it down to where it's at did a decent job, because they're not. I was trying to see which one was the straighter edge. That way it's not at all. 4 inches. Perfect. Cool. There you go. That's pretty much a workbench at this point, I would say. If you didn't already notice extra brightness, I got into my garage lights and I put 2 of them up there. And I'm glad I did, because now I know how bright they really are. Hell yeah, that makes a big difference. Now see, that's what that board put up in there. See how it doesn't blind you? I also got the rest of the garage lights off. I think that looks pretty dope, if you ask me. You came at the right time.
Nice.
Oh, it's not nice, I need help. Shit. I may not need any bolts.
Are you locked up?
Well, what do you think? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Well, I didn't even get a chance to finish the top shelf and I have to put it to work. I'm pretty happy with this workbench, and I hope you enjoyed your time watching me build it. See you in the next one.